Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Desha Tarine Panchakalpaturu Vesha Kripa Sindhu Paiva Patitanam Pavane Vaishnave Bhavanam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, thank you for coming to this session of Srimad Bhagavad Gita Wednesday. So I was thinking also we are finishing chapter 9, hopefully today. Also, we are approaching Nishingadev's appearance, which will be next Wednesday. So hopefully we'll have a class details, but maybe we can give also some hint how to we can prepare ourselves to welcoming this Nishingadev's wonderful appearance day on next Wednesday, according to my calendar. So let us begin with our okay with our discussion today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskittam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nitam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukankarati Vachalam Pangurlangayate Girim Jatkripa Tamaham Bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Sri Chaitanya Esharam Paramananda Madhavam. First of all, first question is, we'll begin with the question. Because Bhagavad Gita began with the question. Bhagavatam also began with the sixth question. And there is a Upanishad called Katha Upanishad, Prasna Upanishad. Prasna Upanishad. Wow. The whole book is all about question and answer. It is very required that when we surrender, tad viddhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. I mean, I'm noticing that we have to have a question whole life. That's very nice. So first question is, why do we celebrate Nrsimhadev's appearance? So I found one lecture today, just few hours back, I was listening Gaur Govinda Maharaj's one lecture. It's interesting. One devotee asked, isn't Lord Krishna's body all the incarnation of God is there, Maharaj? So Maharaj said, yes. Then why do we have to worship separately Nrsimhadev or any other incarnation? I thought it was a very valid question, very logical. We try to be reasoning, at least as much possible, even though it's inconceivable. But still, our mind or intelligence does not agree with the word inconceivable. Means don't ask question. No. Inconceivable doesn't mean don't ask question. Inconceivable means a pillar made of bricks and cement. Okay, that's understandable. And when Hiranyakashipu challenged, is your God in the pillar? So that means he could think if the God something that within the jurisdiction he could kill or destroy, then he is ready for it. Of course, Prahlad Maharaj already answered before inconceivable. He said he's everywhere. How do you kill somebody if he's everywhere? That's not a logical, no, not a reasoning. I'm not supporting Hiranyakashipu, but at the same time, he was very reasonable, no? Okay, God is everywhere. That is inconceivable. Means how do you grab somebody who is everywhere? But then he said, okay, is he in the pillar? So now he got a point. He said, yes. So then he struck with his fist and he really created a, you can say, confusions. Like if something is not reachable, how do you believe it? So when he struck, then the sound came. Now, I don't know how many of you studied about Hiranyakashipu's and Ravana's.
It's a tumultuous sound.
Yes, tumultuous sound, but the sound, even you say tumultuous, means it's a measurable. Something you cannot measure or something so big, so loud, you say the word tumultuous. If we ever wonder why we gave name for anything, why scientists discover something and they give name, so that they can be familiar and have a control on it. If you really think, why do you have to give oxygen a name? Why you have to give carbon dioxide? Why you have to give the name? Why can't you say just the air come in, inhale, exhale, okay, air. No, you have to give oxygen. Otherwise, ventilator, there is no such thing called ventilator there. You cannot say ventilator for air. Why air is everywhere? Why need ventilator? No, you need oxygen. Oh, okay. So to have a control on anything, you want to identify, design such a way that you have a control on it. So Hiranyakashipu, he could not figure it out. Oh, the question was that I don't know how many of you ever heard about Ravanas or even Kamsas. They actually fascinated by the sound. It's not like we are only take the Sabda Brahma as the Aparosya. Aparosya means beyond the three modes. And Sabda Brahma is the highest truth. Out of all 10 types of truth, Sabda Brahma is the highest. Of course, the demon, they also. Ravana was so genius that he would allure any ladies to fall for him. I don't know how many you studied that, how many children and grandchildren he had? Swalak, 125,000. Do you know how to run? I mean, Dhritarashtra has 100 child. He already had enough. The trouble he went through. Ravana had 100,000 children. Indrajit is the number one from Mandadori. But the rest is not from Mandadori. Mandadori is the chaste lady, most actually adorable. One of the 5 chaste ladies' name in Mahabharata, Mandadori. Mandadori is, even though it's a demon's wife, but it's very respectable. Just by uttering her name, you can see in Bhagavatam, Prabhupada put her name and quality that she is a chaste lady, very glorious, even though she is a wife of Ravana. But the rest, out of 100,000, it's all because of his manipulating his sounds while he was present in front of any audience. He would sing or make a fun that people would like mesmerized by his sound. And especially even a beautiful lady would fall for it. And he produced children through them. It was like a very alluring when you hear about why they love this position as a demon. They want to manipulate the energy of Krishna. Okay. Why do we celebrate Nishinga Day? So when that question came, that Krishna is the embodiment of all incarnation, what is the need of separately, his Anga or Angsha or Prakash separately worship? So Gaur Govinda Maharaj, he answered very nicely, because Nishingadev form specifically comes in every kalpa. He kills to kill the demoniac attitude. I like that. Very nice. Because the problem we have, why we are in the material world, it is not that you are not chanting 64 rounds or 3 lakhs, what do you call, 192 rounds or 16 rounds. It is not really so much of chanting, it is the attitude. Devotional, respectful attitude is the reformation, the biggest one. Character, behavior, servant. We are, whether we accept or not, but we are servant. We are positioned as a servant. That will never change, whether you like or you don't like. When Narad Muni was challenging to Ravana, Ravana, you will never be successful if you don't become a devotee of Vishnu. He got so angry. Don't utter the name of my enemy. I can't tolerate this. Narad Muni said, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But the truth I have to speak. So Ravana took his biggest powerful sword and pierced through Narad Muni's body. He said, now you see the power I have. But nothing happened to Narad Muni's body. He said, wait a minute. Why you're not dead? He said, I am Satchidananda. There is a three types of body are given according to our definition of pure bhakti. One is Bhagavat Prapti Abhilash Deha, and then you have a Murchita Kasai Deha, like Sukdev Goswami, like this, different, three types. So it was very interesting that Ravana was shocked, and he tried again, and he tried again. Nothing happened. He said, how can you be like this? I want to be like this. He said, I am a devotee of Vishnu. And if you become a devotee of Vishnu, you can have also eternal body. No, I can't do that. I don't want to become his devotee. I'll kill him, but I want this kind of eternal body. He said, that's not possible. So he was very disturbed, very disturbed. So if you analyze every big demoniac nature, we may call them big demonic nature, but those demoniac qualities also within us. It is within us. So you can read 7th canto, chapter 10, text 47. 46, 47 gives the purpose why we worship Nrsimhadev. Very nice. And if you meet Ravana, you can tell him to, well, it's better you don't meet. It's too powerful, too obnoxious. Narad Muni is okay. Narad Muni really, he worshipped Narad Muni. He said, unbelievable. But at first he tried to kill him. Then he worshipped because he found something. He really wants it, he cannot have it. It says that, I'm paraphrasing, one who hears and chant the glories, these beautiful pastimes of Prahlad Maharaj, Nrsimhadev's appearance, Hiranyakashipu's, then you will be free, liberated from the material world. I think the 47, the 47, what is that? Etad ja adi purushasya, mrigenda. That's the famous verse here, mrigenda. That if you uh, hear the exalted qualities of Prahlad Maharaj, anyone hears the beautiful Prahlad Maharaj's divine quality, how he tolerated. biggest complaint in our life is the tolerance. We don't like to tolerate. But he has such a wonderful quality. And the activities of the Supreme Lord, Nrsimhadev. Prabhu said, Mother, I hope you hear me this. Get into it. You have how many days? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 7 days, exactly 7 days. Next Wednesday is Nrsimhadev's appearance day. You have 7 days to finish 10 chapter. Just do it. Just do it. It gives you guarantee that you will go back home, back to Godhead. Anybody has 7.10.47? You can read it. Mother Sankari Kaur. Yes, read it, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my most respectful obeisances at your lotus feet. My pranams to all the Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavis here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Prahlad Maharaj and Nrsimhadev. This is 7:10:47 translation. Prahlad Maharaj was the best among exalted devotees. Anyone who with great attention hears this narration concerning the activities of Prahlad Maharaj, the killing of Hiranyakashipu, and the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Nrsimhadev surely reaches the spiritual world where there is no anxiety. Jai.
Okay. It's so nice. I always ask why. Why do we have to do this? Well, you want to go back home. You don't know. You are. I hope you are exhausted with the material world. No more fascination or exploration. When you are tired, you really want to go back home and just have a beautiful, peaceful life forever, eternally with the Lord. Then you must take advantage of these 7 days from today till next Wednesday. You have a 10 chapter, 7 canto, 10 chapter. The whole Leela begins from first chapter, that is God, partial, impartial, like this. You can go all the Leelas and you can finish it if you do it 1.5 chapter every day. Or at least if you say, you don't understand, Prabhu, I'm so busy every day. Are Baba, give 15, 20 minutes, read the summary of each chapter. If you are not interested about your own life, I'm very sorry to hear that. In case if you are not interested about it. This is important. We were thinking, another question, somebody texted me today, that does Krishna really enjoys fighting with all these demons? Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravan, Kumbhakarna. I mean, does he really enjoys? That's the question. I said, well, you can read few. I found one verse in Bhagavatam. I always look for Chaitanya Charitamrita Bhagavatam reference, and I found one verse beautiful. 10th canto, 50 chapter. 29 verse, if you look at this, Sthiti udobhavantam bhuvanatrayasya samihite anantaguna salilaya natasya chitram parapaksha nigarhas tathapi martanu vidasya varnayate. Beautiful. And translation goes, I'm just going to paraphrase, that the Lord who orchestrate the Srishti, Sthiti, Pralay, what do you call, creation, maintenance, and destruction of the three worlds. And he possesses unlimited divine quality. It is amazing, or hardly amazing, that he really likes fighting with the demon. Does he like really fighting with the demons? When the Lord does so, imitating human behavior, sage glorify his acts. Namam duskirana mura prabuddhante naradama. Manasim tanumasrita. All these verses gives an idea that Krishna's highest, the God's highest form is like human form. He has an unlimited form, but out of unlimited form, the most supreme enjoyable for him is the human form. One lecture Prabhupada says, he chose in Golok Vrindavan, he chose like a Vaishya culture. And Prabhupada did not give the answer why. He said it is his own choice that he liked to be in a Vaishya culture, in a country life, not a town or city life. Don't ask me why. You have to ask Krishna why. He likes a country life. I mean, city life, you can go there, like Parthasarathi, the Dwarka is there, like a big city. That's not really Brajandanandan Krishna, that's Dwarka Krishna. Okay, that's fine. Brajandanandan Krishna likes that country, village life, Vaishya family, and he wants to be a family member. He doesn't want to be worshipped as a god or anything. I mean, you literally have a right to chastise him, you have a right to love him, but his divine quality, his form, his relationship, reciprocation is so contagious, so lovable, that nobody helplessly can do anything but think of him whole day. It's not like Krishna is not trying to be beautiful. He's eternally beautiful. Who made him? Himself. For who? For himself. So it's very interesting. And his reciprocation is also so contagious, so lovable. What we really want from our family, friends, it is there. He created that. He creates that. It is originally there. That's why we are attracted. Lovely family, loving. Why we like it? That question Aristotle says, I mentioned this before also. Also, we ask logically that why anybody do anything they do? Because they want to have anything they want to have. Why they want to have anything they want to have? Because they can do whatever they want to do. Why they want to do anything they want to do? Because they want to be happy. Okay. Anything else? They want to keep that happiness and let it grow. They will protect the happiness. What is karma really? Whether it's a nationalism or community feeling, or what is the purpose? That whatever loving relationship, whatever reciprocation, whatever happiness you have, you want to preserve it and increase it. If you really go boil down to your heart, isn't what that was everybody is looking for? Yes. And that is there in the spiritual world, in Golok Vrindavan. So then question come, if Krishna is the Lord of the universe, how can he derive any pleasure in fighting with insignificant you and me? Who are, there's no question of equal to him. And if it were not so, then what would be the need of the Bhagavatam description? Why so many pastimes, so many acharya comes and elaborate all these pastimes? Why? Nishingadev came, he Hiranyakashipu is one of the biggest preacher ever existed in the world. Nobody preached as vigorously as Hiranyakashipu did. How did he do it? He told the whole universe, even demigod, look, nobody can worship anybody except me. Period. Nobody worship demigod, nobody worship anybody, only me. So there was two groups in his time, not three groups. Now you have a millions group. Everybody has their own God, own religion, own idea. But Hiranyakashipu made only one group. Actually, there was two group, according to Bhagavatam. Those who are Vishnu Bhakta, they are loyal to Krishna. They never gave up worshipping them, like Prahlad Maharaj. There are millions of like that. They're hidingly, yes, Hiranyakashipu is torturing everywhere, but they never gave up. That's the only group. And the other group is all Hiranyakashipu worship. He will not tolerate anybody worship any god. So he was the biggest preacher in a sense, that when Nishingadev appeared, he didn't have to travel all over the world to deliver the people. Lord Chaitanya had to go to South India. Literally, if you think, Lord Chaitanya traveled everywhere to deliver people. But Nishingadev didn't have to travel anywhere. He got everybody through Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu did the biggest preacher. He collected all the demons, follow him whole day night. And they all were there, millions. One painting in Calcutta temple, one devotee did. It was very nice, South Indian devotee. I forgot his name. Devaki Nandan, no. I forgot his name. I remember his face still. Anyway, so it was the 80s. He did it on a wall. I don't know if it's still there, on a temple wall. Big Nishingadev with hundreds of hands. So I remember we had a discussion. I said, how do you come up with this? And then he was showing me reference. He said, Nishingadev, as many demons need to be killed. He's not going to use any weapons. So with the nail, he is grabbing and killing them. with his hands because hands is not considered a weapon. So he was killing, so he has unlimited hands. Oh, that makes sense. I never even thought. You generally see like maybe 4 or 6 or something like that, but it was thousands of hands. Okay, so that answers. Now, what is the astonishing in Lord's fighting? When Krishna appeared in a human body, perform activities like human, it is suitable, isn't it? We can relate. Okay, he's climbing a tree, he's chasing the cows, he's going to Jamuna, he's having a picnic. We can relate because we have some experience, or we are some or other here, our friend did those things. He's the creator of the universe. He defeated Jarasandha in combat. As the match would be unequal, even Jarasandha said, I'm not going to fight with you. He told to Krishna, I want to fight with somebody who is equal to me. Are Baba, you putting Krishna down? According to him, Krishna was not a fit for his, muscle. So he chose Bhima to be like, okay, he looks like a big, strong, macho guy. So he chose, okay, that's fine. But when Krishna was there standing, he said, no, not you. You don't look like real competitor. It was interesting. How about appearing as a human, Krishna defeated the strong Jarasandha, not as an equal, but through Bhima. This is how we see it. Krishna is the most clever. One should not argue that Krishna's human form is not his Swarup. This is another thing. I really urge us, in case somebody or someone of you ever thought that in Golok Vrindavan he has his original Swarup. When he comes here, maybe it's not his original Swarup, it's just for temporary. No, no, no. It's that human form is the original Swarup. There is a beautiful verse. I don't have the reference exactly. It's in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'll tell you the verse. Krishnera Jateka Khela Sarvottama Naralila Nara Bapu Tahara Sarup. So I remember when Radha Govinda Maharaj was speaking, Nara Bapu Tahara Sarup. So Maharaj, I was sitting right in front, and Maharaj said, Sarup ko kya kehta hai idhar? Sarup aapko malum hai na? Sarup. बोला हाँ महाराज स्वरूप मालूम है स्वरूप मतलब ओरिजिनल फ्रॉम हाँ 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 सच्ची बता दिया I remember still Maharaj was very happy. So in that verse you will see it says, Maharaj knows those Bengali verses. Krishnera jataka khela sarvottama nara lila nara bapu tahara sarup. Gopa Vesho Benukar Navakesho Natabot. Like this. This is beautiful, all these verses. So that verse says, Narabapu Tahara Swarup. I memorized that after that, many, many verses from there, because Maharaj said those are very important verses. So Krishna's origin Bhagavan, if you think that origin he was like Bhagavan, actually no form, and then he got the form, then you are not a devotee. Hello, I hope you heard me. You are not a devotee, you are a Brahmavadi. You are impersonalist, but you are not offender, you are Brahmavadi. Because it happened after 35 years. One Mataji, and with her husband, he says, but ultimately, Prabhu, when we go there is nothing, no service, only seva when we come here to material world. He said, this is a horrible thinking. Where do you come up with this? Can you say it again? Maybe I heard it wrong. I hope I heard it wrong. He said, no, I mean, everything origin is like a impersonal. Then when we go to spiritual world, then when we come down here with Krishna, when he comes down, then we have a seva and all this. I said, this is a horrible thinking. How you come up with this? You have Bhagavatam, you're 35 years in the movement. Then he said, oh, she hears Maharaj Kripal. Anyway, I would not say those names because he's also famous. I'm not putting down anybody, but it is a horrible thinking to hear those nonsense talk. Even though, I mean, they're good people, but they talk nonsense. When you say original form is not actually human form, you are talking nonsense. Mahaprabhu is our authority. Guru Parampara is our authority. Bhagavatam is our authority. And Krishna says in 7th chapter, 15, 16, the 4 types of people, they don't surrender to me. And one of them called Naradama. Naradama means lowest of mankind. You know what scared me? Last weekend, Mukunda Datta Prabhu from Vrindavan, he was here. So he gave a class and he was mentioning about, Naradama, the word Naradama. And then we were talking. I said, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said like this. He said, yes, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said, those who comes to ISKCON, he added like that, those who comes to ISKCON and don't maintain their sadhana every day, they give up after some time. They are called Naradama. I say, wait a minute. But Naradama is like a outside. Like they are not, I mean, Arti, Artharti, Jigyasu, Gani, these are like a who comes to surrender. But other 4, Namam Dushkritana Mura, Prabhaddante Naradhama, Maya Aparita Gyana Ashurim Bhavam Ashrita. So 4 types don't surrender, 4 types comes for some reason. He was a little bit heavy. He says, just like Indian, he said it personally. He said, don't take it personally. But Indian, a lot of comes to America for money. Or they come to also maybe for education, but ultimately it's for money. It's fact. It's right. He says the American also comes and they always change. Prabhupada said they want to change. They get tired of practicing everyday sadhana. They want to change. This is American culture, according to Prabhupada. So Indian culture also, they come to America to make money. Maybe that's the reason I came too. Yeah. If you look at it, now the point is that when you practice, if you keep on practicing and you go on, you are surrendered soul. How do you know somebody surrender or not? Are you happy practicing what your guru told you to do every day? Then you are surrendered. If you give up, once in a while you will meet somebody, said, oh, yeah, I used to do that. Now it's like my party, it's difficult. So I don't do regular everyday sadhana. Once in a while I do it. They are called Naradama. Now, Prabhu's and Mother, don't tell them like that, please, because they don't want to see your face next time. Or you'll discourage them. But the fact is, we should know the truth. So when I came home, I was opening Bhagavad Gita, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary on it. And I was surprised that actually I read this many years back. I forgot about it. He said, yes, people who come to Krishna consciousness. That time ISKCON was not there during Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. But ISKCON in one sense, always there. From Mahaprabhu's movement is Krishna consciousness. So ISKCON was there. Because other day somebody put it out like, where you find chanting Hare Krishna attentively, that is ISKCON. Prabhupada said. Oh, okay, I chant nicely Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that is ISKCON. Okay, so that's another definition of ISKCON, according to Prabhupada. So it's nice. We should think like that we should encourage each other to go on in spiritual life. What does that mean? That is called surrender. So let's go back. Now, Krishna comes, he creates, he maintains, he destroys the 3 worlds. He possesses unlimited spiritual potency, quality. It's hardly amazing that how he subdues an opposing party like Hiranyakashipu or Ravana. Still, when the Lord does so, imitating human behavior, you may say, sages glorify his acts. And I remember reading in that purport that philosopher Aristotle once argued that the supreme God would hardly take part in human activity. It is in our Bhagavad purport. Since all ordinary activities are unworthy of such divine being. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, almost you can say certainly never read the work of Aristotle, raised a similar point. Since Sri Krishna creates, maintains, annihilates the entire universe, isn't it an uninteresting mismatch when he fights against big demon? The answer is like this. First, Lord plays the part of a human being. He is eternally playing that part. In Golok Vrindavan, when you go there, you will see Krishna just like a young boy. Second, he expanded his pleasure potency forever. It's expanding. Means new happiness. Third, he creates thrilling, transcendental pastime, lila, full of suspense and dynamic action. Fourth, by the Lord's internal potency, he appears just the way you want. When Krishna came back from Dwarka, 125 years old, according to our calculation, Mother Josoda just heard the news. She did not eat and cook since Krishna left over 100 years. She immediately got fresh, bathed and put on her sari and everything nice, kitchen cleaned, everything clean, everybody is ready. They're cooking. Krishna is returning. Finally, Krishna came. Her love made Krishna not look like 125, but looks like young little child, just as her son. And Krishna sat down on her lap and she was conversing with him. Hey, you've been so long. You know the funny thing I heard? And Krishna is looking at mother's face. Some people think you are God. And Krishna is looking at her and she said, that's so funny and hilarious. What the people think in Dwarka, they think you are God. They must be crazy. Krishna is laughing, she is laughing. I don't care what they think. You're not God to me, you're just my child forever. And she cries and hugs, and Krishna looks at, everything is all right, mommy. I'm here forever with you. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, that's it. That was so beautiful bond. All the logic you can put, Krishna is God or not God, she doesn't want to love God as a child. She wants her child. Okay, my child may act. There's a difference between if you say, my daughter looks like Miss Prince Universe, except you say, Miss Universe is my daughter. Can you see? I'm sure you can see. There's a big difference, isn't it? Miss Universe is my daughter. My daughter looks like Miss Universe. There's a big difference. So Mother Joshoda and Krishna's bond is like this. And Krishna will never change this eternally. In that human form, they both relish forever and ever increasing. It's called renew, like in a marriage counseling, they say, renew your vow every year. buy a gift for each other, all kinds of. I was in a jewelry business, I was aware of it. As the biggest lucrative income for the jeweler for every anniversary, wedding anniversary. It's called renew. Where they got the idea? Because in spiritual world, Mother Joshoda's and Krishna's relationship, you think in Damodar Lila, it's a renewing the vow. They bonded more than before. And it goes on every off and on, whenever is required. New, 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 new. So Krishna's beauty forever increasing. Now, in our head, we think like, okay, how much can it increase? That's it. I am satisfied. Okay. When you're satisfied, that's it. And if you think like, oh, she's so beautiful, all of a sudden you see new beauty. Is Radharani eternally with Krishna? Yes. But then Rupa Goswami Pad writes, she comes out and she tells Lolita, who is this boy? Come on, Radhe, you just came from there. No, I'm serious. I never saw. Why this boy is so beautiful? Can you introduce me? I want to be with him. Now, if mental hospital or doctor, they hear it, they will say, yeah, definitely some schizophrenia. Something is there in the brain. The chemical is not working. Whatever they may think, they will never be able to understand this. How is that she was there and every moment she sees Krishna as a new, and Krishna also see new. This is eternal life. This is joyful life forever. So we love Krishna for his own sake. We appreciate his beauty for its own sake. We enjoy Krishna's pastime because they are in fact wonderful in and themselves. In fact, Krishna executes his lila not for a mundane egoistic purpose, but for our Prabhu's and Mother, for devotee like us. We are trying to come back home. For our pleasure, he does this. Try to appreciate that to Krishna on Nishingadev's appearance. And presentation of spiritual pastime is itself an act of love. I mean, we love lust. But Nishingadev comes, just I'm going to see if I have a time. Yeah, I think I do. Let us sing a song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and see how Bhaktivinoda Thakur so joyfully he composed this song. It's so beautiful on Nishingadev. I can send it on the WhatsApp and you all can sing it every day. It's just a 5 verses. He made it. Navadip. So the presentation of spiritual pastime, I want all of us to remember that Krishna performed for infinite spiritual happiness of good-hearted, pure-hearted soul like you all who have transcended material envy of God. You know, the biggest problem I learned from Ravana, it really helped me, also Hiranyakashipu, is the envy. They cannot tolerate. Envy has a 2 facets, 2 function. I'm not talking about definition, just a function that I'm the best and no, don't allow anybody to come equal to me. Hiranyakashipu proved it. Of course, ultimately got defeated because Krishna is the higher. But this is the highest envy. Other day I discussed, you remember you have a 1 prescription, 1 prohibition. What is the prescription? Awakening love for Krishna. And what is the prohibition? Give up the envy. 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 This is the 2 things. You will go back home, back to God. It's very important. Okay. So, because of the time, okay. Let's see. Wait, I don't see it. Yeah, it is there. Where is it? Hmm. What is wrong here? Why I don't see this one? Krishna, Krishna. Okay, here it is. Can one of you tell me if you see it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So this is in a beautiful, probably the best prayer I ever found. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes. And somebody made it for me and sent it to me. Who did that? Oh, Krishna, I should not forget that. I should be grateful to that person. I just sent it to somebody. Okay, good thing. Okay, let us sing this together. This is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur prayers to Lord Nrsimhadev, Sri Navadvip Bhava Taranga, 36 to 40. You can find it in a shorter version. I just like PowerPoint to sing sometime. You can see the photos. Oh, Mother Dandakesh. She's here. She did it. Thank you, Mother Dandakesh. She did. That's right. Okay, together you can sing. You can unmute if you like. E dustari daye kamo e dustari daye kamo adiri puchai. E dustari daye kamo adiri puchaya. Kutinati pratishtha satya sadaraya. Hridaya sodana ara Krishnera vasana Nishingha charane moro eito kamona Kandiya Nishingha pade magi vakakhana Nirapade navadive jugala bhajana Bhaya bhaya pai jara darasane se hari Prasanna hai kave more daya hari Jaddapi bhishana murti e dusta jiva prati Prahalladadi Krishna bhakta jane bhadrati Kave va prasanna haye sakripa vachane Nirbhaya karibe muda kinchane Sachande Vaishe E Vatsa Sri Gauranga Dhame Jugala Bhajana Ho Rati Ho Name Mama Bhakta Kripa Bale Bigna Jave Dura Suddha Chitte Bhaja Radha Krishna Rasa Pura E Bali Kabe Moro Mastaka Upara Shia Sri Charana Harshe Dharibe Ishara Amani Jugala Preme Satika Bikare Dharai Lutibo Ami Sini Singadare. Okay, can someone help me with the reading, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hold on.
Within my sinful heart, the six enemies headed by lust perpetually reside, as well as duplicity, the desire for fame, plus sheer cunning. At the lotus feet of Lord Nrsimha, I hope that he will mercifully purify my heart and give me the desire to serve Lord Krishna.
Thank you. Another devotee?
Hare Krishna. Weeping, I will beg at the lotus feet of Lord Nrsimha for the benediction of worshipping Radha and Krishna in Navadvipa, perfectly safe and free from all difficulties. When will this Lord Hari, whose terrible form strikes fear into fear itself, ever become pleased and show me his mercy? Hari Bol.
Wonderful. One more. Another devotee?
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Even though Lord Nrsimha is terrifying towards the sinful souls, he offers great auspiciousness unto the devotee of Lord Krishna, headed by Prahlad Maharaj. When will he be pleased to speak words of compassion unto me, a worthless fool, and thereby make me fearless? Hare Krishna.
Wonderful. One more. Another devotee?
He will say, dear child, sit down freely and live happily here in Sri Gaurang Dham. May you nicely worship the divine couple, and may you develop loving attachment for their holy names. Can I read one more time? It's a very nice day. And may you develop loving attachment for their holy names. By the mercy of my devotees, all obstacles are cast far away. With a purified heart, just perform the worship of Radha and Krishna, for such worship overflows with sweet nectar.
Thank you. One more, another devotee.
Yeah, Prabhu, can I read? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Thakur, Maru. Okay, I read. Saying this, with that Lord lightly place his own divine lotus feet upon my head, I will experience sublime love for the divine couple, Radha Krishna, and undergo the ecstatic transformations called Satvika. Falling on the ground, I will roll about at the door of Sri Nrsimha's temple, Radha Krishna.
Very nice. Okay. Isn't beautiful prayers, Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes? It's not taking you away from anywhere to anywhere. Its ultimate goal, Radha Krishna, peacefully worship, but pray to Nishingadev. I'll post it on the WhatsApp. You can use the slide, or you can, I'll find the song itself, just easy, whichever way. Just pray every day, at least for these 7 days. See the changes within you. It's so powerful, that prayers. Okay, any comment or any question or any further discussion? I have few minutes. Everybody's ready for Nishinga prayers? Yes, Saranga Prabhu. Thakur Murari Prabhu. Sorry.
Hey, Prabhu. So you were saying that person asking why the Lord has to have different, incarnations. So we know, for example, there is a part that should say there are some scheduled incarnations with specific functions. And as for Krishna leader, he says in Gita that whenever there's a decline in a religion and a predominant rise in religion, yes, I I incarnate to deal by the past, to get rid of the demons and to reestablish religious principles. So it is there, it says why the Lord incarnate, For example, there are different leaders. So there's Krishna leader, there's Ram leader, there's Chaitanya leader, they are the incarnation. So it is there, it tells you the Lord incarnates for purposes. For example, in the past time with the Iranic Kashif, we know the history of Jai and Vijay, and the Lord wanted to, that's some sporting activity. So they come as demons, So usually devotee comes in, Lord, as you know, different relationship with different devotees. Yes, so it is there. Yeah, that's my understanding.
Yes, that's good understanding. Thank you. Okay, any other? Or we'll see. Oh no, we have 2 minutes. Let's see. Yes, Mother Sankari.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for sharing that beautiful prayer. Prabhu, I was looking at every slide and the pictures of Nrsimha Dev. Every slide has his smiling face and how he's hugging Prahlad Maharaj. Like he would just not let him go. It's like so much love and affection just oozing out from those pictures. And generally we think of Nrsimha Dev as, really Ugra Nrsimha. That's the picture that we have in our minds all the time. So it was just so beautiful, Prabhu. And something that really touched my heart today was when you said that why is Krishna performing all these leelas? He's only doing it for the pleasure of the devotees who really love him from the bottom of my heart. And if Krishna has this desire to please his devotees, that means he's ready to do services for his devotees. So it's such a reciprocal relationship. It's not that he's like this monarch who's sitting on a high throne and he's enjoying everybody serving him, oh my lord, oh my lord. No, he's ready to come down, and he's ready to do those services for his devotees as well. And that's just makes this relationship so much more sweeter, and it helps devotees to come out of that awe and reverence and actually develop that relationship with Krishna, which is, it's really our good fortune, Prabhu, that we are part of
Yeah.
this legacy where we can
Yes.
taste
Yes.
this madhurya in our bhakti. So thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you. It's in one lecture, Prabhupada used that word twice. Duhe kore hura huri. I was thinking, like, where is this from? Then I found it. It's in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Duhe means the Krishna is constantly busy and thinking how to please the devotees, how to please the devotee. Are Baba, what kind of God is that? He's always thinking how to please the devotee. And the devotees are always thinking how to please him. So they have a competition constantly. It's so beautiful. This is the esoteric, not exoteric. This is a very deep esoteric. Exoteric, it's difficult for them to understand this. It's very confidential. So we are very fortunate. Sure. And then we'll discuss later how to observe Nishing Caturdashi. And Srila Prabhupada, when did he introduce? I'm creating more question. Why did Srila Prabhupada introduce this Nishingadev? Why not Bamundev or other incarnation, Parashuram or other? Why Nishinga is so prominent in Nishkan? And then you'll be surprised to see that actually how much Lord Chaitanya talked about it. So Prabhupada is 100% follower of Lord Chaitanya's own man, you can say. And Prahlad Maharaj is one of the, when Mahaprabhu was enjoying Radharani's mood in Gambhira at night, and during the day he would hear about Prahlad Maharaj's wonderful pastime. So when I remember when one devotee said this, you have to graduate, you have to go above Prahlad, you have to go to Gopi's mood and others. So then I thought maybe we are doing wrong, we should go into Gopi's mood. But then later on, I was talking to one senior devotee in ISKCON, and then that Maharaj made me like, why did Mahaprabhu was tasting Radharani's mood? He is tasting highest Rasha, but every day he was hearing Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj's life and teachings. So you think they did something wrong? I was like, thunder, no, of course they didn't do wrong. He said, then why that question is there? I said, I didn't even think that way, but now I have to start thinking, yeah. And then you can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, details given. Mahaprabhu would hear, Lord Chaitanya would hear Prahlad and Dhruva Charit so many times. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he's a Nayana Mani Manjari, very intimate Sakhi assistant, we call Manjari, of Srimati Radharani. He read Prahlad Charit 108 times, the entire 7th canto, 108 times. Then he wrote a book called Prahlad Charit. He was so fascinated with Prahlad Maharaj's. So we should dive into it. Without Prahlad Maharaj's teaching, learning, we cannot advance too far. So thank you, Prabhus and mothers, for joining this session. Looking forward to see you all next Wednesday. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Panchakalpatarubhesya
Hare
kipasa
Hare
tabhava
Vastu
vancha
Devi
patitana
Pachitani
pavanebhyo
Nam
Vaishnava
Pavani
Devi.
Vaishnavite.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Ki
jai,
Jai,
Srila Bhagavan ki jai, Prahlad
Jai,
Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.